Okay.
Wards, you're on your own. Wards.
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm? Demonologists really like pushing the limits of their knowledge without considering other lives.
That just makes them human. Ghost wards cannot manifest.
You shouldn't need her to manifest because we're not. If you can stealth it, you don't have to fight anything in here. Because there is a spot where they are sort of, the decoys are working. That would be the only place where you actually needed her. But as much as you want to go investigate the purple, and I have not.
They haven't noticed us.
Stay away from it.
Stay low.
Because they're just like the decoys that you found.
Wards, I'm going to need a hand here.
Just in case I get into trouble.
Careful now.
An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're
Wooden.
stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
Almost like street sign looking things. Okay, so straight ahead's a dead end. So we're gonna go this way.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
Harrow's map. Obscure demonology writings.
This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. This one's different. Looks like it died diseased. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void. So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Or plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described, but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
By the Araloo, do you mean the Void?
Neither name does it justice. This place is beyond words. The Araloo, Mr. McCraith, is made of the very fabric of our primordial myths. Isn't it amazing?
How can you be sure the Void has tainted the region?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Was it the same illness?
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
What do you expect to find at the source of the ooze?
To find a cure. The ooze seeps into our world, sickening us. I may be able to stop it. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Araloo is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
You see ghosts. You stroll the Void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I'm a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
Are you a demonologist like your father?
More or less. Less, more so. My father sees occultism through the eyeglass of his faith, but I know better. So, more so?
If you don't share your father's faith, what do you believe?
I believe in the afterlife. The proof is about us. And if the Void embodies eternal despair, there must too be a place of hope. But where? I ask myself, where?
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye. I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. so I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Araloo is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
And I already stole all your stuff. Alright, Lammy hint. So now we have all of Lammy's stuff. He's ashamed of his father's cowardice, which we got back in town. And then this one, we used him to study witchcraft. So we just got this one. So he's complete now. And we still only have the one from Fairfax.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just, you're the first ghost I've met.
Antea, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
I was as earnest as he. Ah, the rank enthusiasm of youth. It's sickening, really. I don't know that I buy Lammy's hair of the dog theory, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
No, they won't. Oh, God.
This stuff is disgusting.
I need a wee bit of help here. Well, that was not pleasant. Not pleasant at all.
The ward's power is gone.
Okay, so that one we do need to get rid of because we need Antea to make a jump.
Don't let it crush you.
Now, reminder that you're in the void, so there's a good chance you can get a little bit of health left. Go back to Antea.
Thank me later.
Spam triangle.
Oozes through the breach. Suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side.
Okay, we are going to void travel.
Where are we now?
Underground, looks
The
like.
Inkwell,
Wonderful.
which is the name of the chapter that we've been in.
The ooze affects the Incarnate, too. Who goes there?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be, then?
What was...
Innocence.
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah, I saw. Doesn't matter. Okay, collapsed house. Make sure you activate this one. We'll be spending time in this little area, so you'll have a chance to activate it, but just make sure. Especially if you're going for the trophy, where you have to activate all of them. This is just like the hardest one to get back to if you don't activate the ones down here.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs.
Okay, so we just got a wristband. Using leap increases the damage of the next punch by 150%, which is really, really nice. Oh, I thought I was wearing this one. This is the one I like. Jovian Glow. Each enemy hit increases the damage of punch attacks by 15%, and it's cumulative, so I've always really liked that one. I don't know why it wasn't on, honestly. That looks pretty good.
Something's nearby.
Where is it?
Oh, we just got a collectible too. Alright, hang on. Okay, inside the Pandora Box collectible, which we just picked up there.
I know.
Alright, hang on. Here we go.
Get the hell out of there!
Never mind. I'll do this myself. Get lost, won't you?
All that for a bit of linen. Not worth it. This again, I'm not coming back out here. Not worth it for linen and silver.
Something's concealed.
Gibbs Farm account books.
The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
Okay, this is the Dowser. There is a cursed chest, like way over there. So you're gonna want to make sure you grab this while you're here, because you don't want to have to come back for it.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Okay, so you have to
Mr. and Mrs.
check
Gibbs.
this out in order to
Have
be
you
able to
read my
get out of
paper?
this area, because
I
this will
read it,
trigger a
aye.
fight.
And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse.
Little
Well,
holier than
A
thou.
witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Same with
Wherever
him.
people gather to live,
And this is
disease
Deborah, like
takes
Deborah,
hold,
Deborah.
And I believe... What are you doing?
your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
They were determined to do for her.
So that was the entity. This is the one that's haunting these guys. So it's the woman that Haskell had killed, well, you know. So that's her stuff. Okay, so...
She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
Your funeral!
This is how we get out now.
Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
Round to the right. And this is how we get this chest. And then we take the back path. Wait, no, go this way. Here it is. So the same place as the chest. There's a little hard to see squeeze through in here. It's really not like, there's just like some stuff.
To make you angry.
Nothing huge. It's like not equipment or anything. Just a standard resource chest, and then of course a fight. You just can't open a chest without getting in a fight. Damage. Have a wee Highland kiss. Troublemaker, go away and die. Okay, now let's see. Down there is where we're going.
Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
Okay, what is keeping them from manifesting? Her from manifesting. Let's come over here.
I see a ghost lord. What are they doing down
We
here?
also have an orb. So now she... Oh, how do we get down here?
I can't, Rory.
Oh. sorry.
Better.
You're welcome.
There's the two.
Now let's inspect the body.
Aye, still impressive. Expected no less from you, Mrs. Rose.
Don't let it crush you.
Not strong enough.
Back up, back up.
Someone didn't want to stay dead.
Linen, because of course there's always linen. And then Clemency's diary. Clemency and her husband are the ones that became
Clemency
the witch
Gibbs
hunter.
blamed the epidemic on a witch.
They
Come
blamed
from your
Deborah
evening time with
because
the
they were
governor.
scared and they didn't know any better.
That's not what the woman they accused was saying.
She
Well,
got
the Gibbs were not at home to rational explanations.
Oh, yeah. They're the ones that started the frenzy. Okay, so this is here, but it'll ultimately tell you that that's not strong enough.
That's unfit for us to cross.
So we're gonna come over here to the left side instead. Let me check my notes, make sure we're not missing anything before we go. Alright, nothing big. Got the orb. Got that. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. Make
I
sure the
think a way
lines-
to pass could be near.
Red line there.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
Try another one.
Away with you!
Okay, we're gonna get up there because that's an altar that'll give us.
Over there.
I don't remember if it's for her or him, but either way,
Elusive
it'll
little
give us
buggers.
more stuffies,
Easy
more
as
points,
pie.
either health points
Nah,
or
but you
spirit
can't cook.
points.
Die, you bastard!
Altar of the Incarnate then. So it's for him. And it'll give us 10 health points. Permanent health points. Okay, then there's also another Dowser figurine up here. So now we'll have 2 for the cursed chest.
Don't step in that.
Too late.
I'll find a way around then.
Wards, think you can fend for yourself?
Those echoes were hearing the shadows speaking.
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
Okay, now we needed to
But which
clear
came
that because we want her to do this. Because the last Dowser figurine is back here. Yes, it is here. So now we have all 3. Now we have all 3. And from up here, going the other way. Now we'll clear that. And the cursed chest is like over there. I'm like fighting with it. The cursed chest is like over there.
The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, there's the chest. It's up there above the water. Waterfall, the little.
Don't let that specter get to the corpse.
Get lost, won't you?
Watch out! Spectre possession.
Away with you! This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Off we go then.
So the cursed chest is back here.
Careful. A dark will is upon that thing.
Unbounding.
Unclean spirit, be gone.
Death's head. I think it's a brooch. Yeah. Death's head. The third punch attack reduces manifestation cooldowns by 5 seconds. Her spirit points go down. But you can always take 5 seconds off, especially outburst. Outburst is lovely. I do like that one.
This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow.
Innocent, guilty, the guilty, innocent.
Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. Now join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
Oh wait, there he goes slow enough, and then I had to figure out which way to go. Oh wait, it's back here even. Oh, I must be missing something. Must be missing a clue, because we're supposed to jump over that, and there's no way we're jumping over that. What is this? Alright. Give me a quick second, because I don't know what I'm missing here.
The innocent, guilty, the guilty, innocent.
Okay, I just missed it because his watch thing didn't flash, so I forgot about this one.
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
Now, I am going to fight these guys on this area. I would stay at this area. As you can imagine,
Think
it's
you
not
could take
fun
on a
to
ghost?
fight on that side.
They never learn, do they?
did Outburst early because I wanted the cooldown to start as soon as possible.
Putting up a fight there.
Blasted pest!
I'm gonna keep this.
Call on me.
Those things came from the ooze. They're like those Oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Or
Okay,
back in
now we
Liquefy.
can go over this.
And this is something else. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them.
Okay, so there's an invisible wall here right now, but that's where the shelter is. But we'll come back to it in like 30 seconds.
This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
Okay, now... do not walk over there or you will get
If you
locked
need a
out
rest,
of starting
this place
this.
is as good as any.
You need to light this now or later, and I mean much later, because you can't come back here until like middle of the chapter after this one. So if you're going for the trophy where you need to activate all shelters, do it now. My first playthrough through here, I was like, oh, shelter, and I like wandered on thinking I could come back, and no, I could not come back. So it was like a chapter and a half ahead before I could finally fast travel to that one and come all the way back. It's a huge pain in the ass. So make sure you light this now so that it's just not a thing.
Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down?
So we knocked that down, and you can sort of see it floating. Like, I missed it the first time. I'm like, why am I going all the way down there? The bucket's over here. No, the bucket is floating.
A strong memory clings to this place.
But see, now you're locked out. So if you wanted to upgrade anything or do anything or anything that's required at a shelter, that is your last chance. Because there's a fight here.
I sense the vivid echo of a ghost's memory.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stalling.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
How dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Then do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
Okay.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down.
Oh, here we go. Alright, so now we have all of his stuff. And we have all of Lammy's stuff. So now we
Well,
just
when he sealed it.
need
Why
the
not?
rest of the entity stuff, which we get by fighting it.
Hiding the evidence, perhaps, of his role in the witch trial. They connected him to the demonology he used to reinforce his authority.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Pascal must have feared the suspicious mob.
There's going to be a slight pause here because there's a good chance I'm not making this one through first try. But we'll see.
Well, this can't be good.
Who are you?
Confess!
If we speak, so you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Let rule in the grave. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart.
Don't fall for her, you're fine.
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embrace one.
The charges: cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict: guilty. The sentence: pain hereafter.
Okay. Now Red is gonna fight Red.
I only seek the truth.
Truth is a poison.
Don't switch to Antea. There's nothing much she can do.
Bloody hell. Is that me? What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working.
Just focus on him. You can. And he will get his health back when these things come up, so just stay on him. And even though he goes to 0 and there's stuff, he's like still not down, you gotta get the little minion things. So go after the minion things. And then once the first section is clear, then he'll come over here. And then the same is going to be true with Antea.
You fraud, you cold-hearted deceiver. Rise for the verdict. Alive, you banished parasite ghosts. If dead, you dare linger. Have you no shame? You indulge yourself. I sentence you to anger, to regret, and thence to oblivion.
I never wanted this. I hate the very thing I've become.
Just focus on her. Don't get distracted.
Yeah? Well, I rebuke his. You won't do that again.
Alright, so you need
Shadow's got
Red,
its strength back.
Don't let the ooze get back to its shadow.
which they will do because I don't have any points left. And I can do no damage to her. Like, Red can do no damage. So you need to get the minions.
Nobody deserves to feel like
Can do the banish.
This thing is mine. This just won't do.
Just stay on her. As much as you can. It can get really hard. And I just used that on the wrong thing.
I need to be the one to face it.
I know, but you don't have any points, dear. See, hers is a lot harder for me because I run out of points. Spirit points.
Nothing.
I know that, Antea. I don't need you to tell me that. I need to work and get points for you.
Just die.
Bloody shadow.
No. Oh, this is so painful. Her fight is so painful for me. Because no matter what I do, I run out of points to use. So we're gonna build up, banish, switch over. Okay, now she's done. Get the minions. Okay, there we go. It's hard for her because I'm constantly running out of points for her. So at the shelter, you should probably choose options that either up her spirit points or reimburse her spirit points, stuff like that, because it's really hard. And so part 3 is going to be the same thing, but 2 against 2. I am going to ignore the Antea and focus red on red, because Antea on Antea doesn't work for me. Might work for you, but it doesn't work for me. So I am going to focus red on red and try to avoid
We use rituals
Antea.
to help the living, not curse them.
Magic
you
is
can
only a tool.
Okay. Okay. We need to back out.
Standing by.
Wasn't expecting to fight myself today. Not strong enough.
I need to be the one to face it.
No, red, no, that's uncool.
This thing is mine.
Okay, get the minions before he can get health back. I need you to R2, Red. I need you to R2.
I'll take care of this thing.
Beast.
Alright, so now you gotta get this thing. Jesus. I don't like this fight at all. It's them regaining health is such a pain in the ass for me. I I'm not a fan of this fight. So far, out of all of the boss fights I've had, this is my least favorite by far. But I did get it first try this time, so.
Judgment. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
But the decoction that gives you back like 5% health with every charged heavy is what saved me there. And it always does. Because I always get hit there. And you're always slogging through the ooze and it slows you down. And it's really hard. Okay, so now we got
Enough.
Governor Haskell's quill.
Can we...
Let me grab my notes. Which is used to sign the death warrant. This is a quest
Please get out of...
item. And then we also got Blessed Garb, where melee attack and punch attack damage is increased by 10% for each manifestation and cooldown. Right now we have 2, which is Leap and Outburst. And so while it looks like we're going to be losing quite a bit of stuff, I actually really like Blessed Garb because I use manifestations as often as possible. So extra damage during that is like really helpful. So we're actually going to switch over to that. And then we also got the Leviathan Sigil Wristband. Defeating an enemy with punch attack reduces the next damage taken by 90%. So those things, and then we got 3 Scourge accretions. And you're thinking to yourself, so I can go back and activate that thing now. No, you can't, because they won't let you jump up here. Which is why it's so important to activate that shelter when you get the chance. It's so long to come back. So long. Alright, hang on, let me check my notes real quick.
That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel judged. Like I'll never be understood again. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare.
Excuse me. So that is what we need for the last one. It's basically just fight the guy. Oh, well, not the guy, but fight yourself kind of thing.
Most think them a myth.
Ignorance caused this. A raging epidemic drove them out of their minds. Unable to look within, they pointed the finger.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
Okay, so we have an orb over here.
fast. Watch out!
Have a bit of this.
A wee Highland kiss.
Something's nearby.
Where is it?
Efficient than cannon powder. That down there, it was... I was tense. I was impatient.
Me too. That infamy really got to us.
Years of anger coursed through me. Yet now I can't even remember why.
Me neither. This is what an infamy does. It's over now. We're here.
I said something to hurt you. I'm sorry.
I forgive you. And I hope that you forgive me too.
Oh, curses, he's up at the meeting house. Like, how long have we been gone?
The wicked
The whole
are at
side's
odds
been
with
done.
themselves.
Oh, good.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell. while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their lord, yet, in his name, they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people here.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banisher speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. There's a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a woman, a teacher, living peaceably among friends, until there came a plague. In fear, the good people went to their governor. The devil walks among us, they said, and you must save us, or we will find someone who will. This governor knew he could not save them. But he could give them a witch. She would confess, or she would be judged.
Deborah Comenius was a witch, Mr. McCraith. She was the devil's tool, and worse, much worse.
You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more, no thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was, then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it, belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken, secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
Okay, I am doing a resurrection playthrough, and even if I wasn't, I'd still kill this guy.
You had the power to stop the madness, but instead you chose to let it run all the way to its barbaric conclusion. You brought the curse down on New Eden. Then you called we Banishers in to fix your mistake. You boast of your knowledge of demons and spirits, but in truth, you master nothing. You're a peacock. All show and no meat. I'm not here today to bring justice.
Yeah, we are.
But this man, your governor, brought death to your doors. He deserves blaming. And shame on me if I don't do it.
Hell's bells!
Friends, have I ever not served the interests of our community? Have I not protected you? Have I not loved you?
Oh, Mara. Oh, God. To the living.
Death to the dead.
This is unfair.
Is the evil gone for good?
Far from it.
Then who will protect us?
I will. While Mr. McCraith fights the curse of New Eden, I will protect the people of the Harrows. Or at least, I'll try. Now let's all return to our homes and pray for forgiveness and the strength to bear the consequences of our actions. Your fee. One of the many debts my father left me.
You'd best put your own debts first, young Master Haskell.
Don't I know it?
I hate this place. Rest up, then please, let's get out of here.
You're angry. Can tell.
Of course you can. Aren't you angry?
I'm what? Disgusted. Disgusted by what we saw down there. By the sins Fairfax Haskell committed in the name of his god. I hope they'll burn in hell. For that I hate myself.
Nothing can stand between us. Not even death.
Not even death.
The closer we get to my body, to the truth about what happened here, the stronger I feel. My senses rise. It's as if I can taste the silence, smell the scent of wood smoke, feel the warmth of your body, feel Deborah's wrath. I feel it as if it were my own. I know her rage. But that anger of mine, that fear, I thought when I left home, I'd left them behind.
Past is the past. You still get to choose your future. Times like this, old wounds can ache. Seems normal.
It's not just that. I thought I'd healed. I feel like I'd taken 10 steps backwards. So much so that the sister I thought was gone for good seems to be winding her way back to me.
Your sister. Ayomide, wasn't it?
No. As a child, before I left Cuba, I had a friend. I chose to call her my sister. That night, the night I died, I dreamed of her. I dreamed of Calendre.
Are you sure it was a dream? Is that why you left the schoolhouse without me?
Yes. It must have been a dream. She wasn't there. I mean, how could she have been there? But I heard her voice. I'd swear on it. How could that be?
Dreams can be vivid. Can be difficult to separate them from reality.
I was awake, Red.
What did you hear her say?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think she said we were family. Never to be divided.
She's after my job. She can't have it. I'm your family now. Nothing's tearing us apart.
No. Not even death.
Still angry?
Gloriously.
Okay, so now we learn Ensnare. And this is the one where, well, in combat, Antea can catch her foes in the ethereal web, dealing a small amount of damage. I haven't used it in combat yet. But this is what will allow you to clear the Ivy. So you'll learn that at the start of Grief and Rancor. That's one of the first things that you'll learn. So that's the end of the Inkwell.